what I've tried to do is to represent the whole of the UK as much as possible. So, for example, the starter I prepared was a Welsh soup. It's a vegetarian soup, but meat eaters also like it. It contains a kind of Welsh cheese, which is very similar to Slovak brinza, which I'm also very fond of. And I personally find it very tasty. But it's also very simple. Just basically start off by frying some onions and then just add some sweet corn and the cheese and some sour cream. It makes a very tasty
Yeah, and what's that green stuff over there?
That's spinach.
Oh, that's spinach, okay.
And a little bit of Welsh seaweed as well.
Okay, yeah.
Now, Elan Valley is apparently quite a long way from the sea, but they still eat seaweed there. People do a lot more home cooking here than they do in the UK, and that's really nice. And the other thing I really like about Slovakia is the way people grow a lot of their own veg and their own fruit. Of course, the climate is more appropriate, but you go past people's houses and you see people have got fruit trees. And in the UK, their gardens are just for flowers, and here they're really productive as well.
Yeah, people will grow cabbages and vegetables in their gardens. Yeah.
The Slovak way of life is healthier than the British way, and I think we should learn from that. Especially the fact that Slovaks, they eat a hearty lunch and a light supper, and I think that's a very healthy, balanced approach, and we should do more of that. And in fact, my family have adopted that particular lifestyle.
So you're getting those onions nice and soft.
Yeah. So this has probably got very exciting to watch being filmed, but I have to just kind of wait while it goes through this process.
Peter is fascinated, don't worry, he's loving it. Okay, those onions are looking good.
Yeah, I think it's time for the sweet corn now.
Sweet corn.
I can't remember exactly how much it is, but it's about a packet of frozen sweet corn.
Yeah.
You just fry it a little bit to give it a slightly more exciting taste.
Apart from the challenges of tracking down Welsh seaweed in Bratislava.
Yes, you could get it in tins, actually.
Okay,
yes. Yeah. Although actually a lot of it's harvested in Scotland now, which is quite funny really. It's kind of, but I suppose it's Celtic. It's quite a strong taste. Have you had it before? It's quite a strong taste. So. Yeah, it's not for everyone. It's very, it goes well with sort of meats and things like that. Well, it's kind of specific to Wales, I guess, because in Scotland they harvest it, but they don't eat it so much. Now I'm just adding some vegetable stock.
Yeah.
And now a teaspoonful of corn flour and just some milk. I'm just going to mix it together to thicken up the stock a little bit. Because the British soups tend to be a little bit thicker than Slovak ones, don't they?
Yeah.
Right, I'm now adding the cheese. You could use Balkan cheese, feta, or you could use brinza. Some people like it, some people don't, so. And I will add, I don't know how much, you kind of basically add as much spinach as you feel like. So now I think it's pretty much ready. I'm just going to add some sour cream at the end, which is good Slovak smetana.
Yes.
So, top quality. It's actually quite difficult to dole out spinach without splashing it a lot. But
This is my dilemma with kapusnica, which I really like, but it's quite difficult to eat it without spraying yourself with kapusnica from all those strands of cabbage.
yeah. The main course was Scottish haggis, Northern Irish farls, which are kind of potato pancake, and then we had different products from around England, including West Country bacon. So we tried to have a very representational approach to our food, so represent as much of the UK as possible.